Howdy, Aries. Okay, so this is your message, Aries. So I asked my questions beforehand, and then I shuffled and I got all this ready. So with that in mind, here are some blocks. So I asked, what are some blocks? You read this in the caption. What are some blocks? Some things you're doing really well, and then a wrap-up message. So some blocks, some things spirit guides want you to kind of pay attention to. We got 5 of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So spirit guides, your spirit guides are wanting you to take a closer look at whether this is you or just circles. 5 of Wands talks about what I just like to call petty drama. You know, like even in this case, normally in the other tarot card, we got more people pointing at each other, but it's just silly. It's just like an unnecessary mess. It's something you don't need to engage in, and they're saying it's going to rob you of your pentacles. This is something so silly, so dumb. Sure, everyone can have an opinion on it. It's not for you to be touching, even if it involves you. You need to find a way to quickly disperse your manos because it's starting to affect how you do things financially. I'm also getting a sense like something you just need to stop doing. So this is not going to apply to all of you, but some of you are enabling people financially. It needs to stop. I get why you think you can't. And that's why it's like the drama here. It's like, yeah, if I could, I would, but this person's going to get really mad if I just cut them off. Then lie, say you're broke, say anything rather than continuing to just give them more money. This is not a good spot for you. Something you're doing really well, Aries. Something you're doing really well. 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Empress. So you recently got Knight of Cups. Now we're nourishing ourselves. And 4 of Wands. I love the Adventure Time deck, right? So we got 9 of Front. 3 of Swords, talked about it. Empress. All right. And doing it really well. This may sound funny because like we have a broken heart. How could I be doing anxiety well? You are handling your anxiety so much better than you have. You have recently, for some it'll be recent, for a lot of you it's been like you are always getting your heart ripped out of you by giving, that you're just like, fuck that shit, and now I'm giving to me, and you're filling your own cup and it's feeling amazing. You're lonely. Like, I get it. You're still alone and trying to be, like, confident about yourself and be like, bitch, I don't want anybody. Even though you're like, it's okay. We'll talk about that later. We'll see what you're doing really well. Well, this is what you're doing really well, huh? We're already doing this. You're filling your own cup. You've come really far from the way you process anxiety and negative emotions when it comes to heartbreak. So bravo, doing it well. Still don't got our person yet. And then this is something that Spirit wants to kind of call it finishing you off with. Yeah, you've been through a lot. Yosemite with the past and Ishtar in communion, goddesses are here telling you, hey, you've been in, and you I think you still are. I'm getting a sense you're still in it. Not in the relationship, but you're still in this, like, I see a cave, not literally, you're in a cave, but you're like not where you'd like to be. You're kind of in this cave, you're in a box, you're in a house. It's not that you can't go outside, but something in there is like limited, right? And you're doing really good. I see you like, oh, one day I will. No, you're doing things really good. You need to celebrate more of you and where you are at. They're letting you know that, you know, you're still in this cocoon going through things and it's all good. They want you to keep feeling there's no rush with this stuff. All those things you have on your like, one day I want to do those things are all going to happen like bing, 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 that you'll be like, wow, I was stressing about that shit for like a year. And then it's like 1 month goes by and it's bing, 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 bing. It's like that. You don't even really got to do. This isn't me telling you all what to do. You're doing very, very good. Look at where there's little petty drama and step back from it. All right. Thank you, Aries. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. Okay, so what you're doing well, some possible blocks your spirit guides want you to see that they've been trying to tell you, and then something to wrap it off with guides. This is funny what you got here. Oh. So some blocks you haven't been seeing. So right off the jump, we got 3 of Cups. 8 of Cups, so you're leaving something behind emotionally. That's funny because they say you're also doing that really. And 7 of Swords. So right after the jump, some possible blocks, some things that Spirit is just showing you like, hey, we just want you to keep a keen reminder on this. I'm getting the sense. 8 of Cups is here twice. I know I'll get to this. Like what you're doing really well is 8 of Cups and the Moon. So I'm getting the sense you have walked out of this relationship and getting the sense it can be romantic. It might be friendship here. You've walked out of it. It hasn't been serving you emotionally, to say the least. It's even more so because 7 of Swords. You've been around some fake motherfuckers here with their masks and their swords, wanting to use you, using you, attempting to use you, attempting to do it again is what's coming up. You walked away and walked out away emotionally. They're saying You may not be seeing this. Yes, they may be, like, whoever this person or people are may be fun and somebody you can enjoy with and say, what's the harm if it's just, these are just people I go to dance with. It's not people that, like, I go to school with. It's not people that I sleep with all the time, right? And yet you don't see it all. So what they're saying, you're doing really, really well. We're the ones, not that like spirits aren't telling us what to do. They're giving us guidance, especially when we ask. You ask, and they're like, yeah, we're the ones who said, go away from this, get away from this. There's something you're not seeing. You're petting the big bad wolf here. And then the full moon's going to come out again. It's going to bite you. And I'm sure we can say plenty of bad things and all kinds of stuff about the big bad wolf. And I'm not here to give you shit. This is your reading and telling you. And Demon Green Terrace here. Your overall goddess message is salvation. And she's smiling. I used to get this card on repeat all the time being like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Not like, what does it mean? But like, I did it. Why does it keep happening? Well, if you're going to continue to be around some things that are poisonous and you know they're affecting you badly and you're going, it's okay, fuck it. It's okay, fuck it. That's kind of the vibe they're saying. No more, fuck it. You're doing well. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you're still in fucking mode. You're just in this space of like, I've shut the door, but this person's still knocking on my door. Do I open it? No. And when salvation comes about, it's saying you're being saved in a way. It's more so a deeper message that all those things you've wanted are coming, but they can't if you continue to eat poison. It just doesn't match the frequency, right? And so people around you have masks on. You've walked away from it. You're doing really well to stay away. You don't see it all. The moon card is here. So like, even if you're like, I want to see it all. I want to know why. I have a feel like they're a murderer, but I don't know how to prove it because they've never murdered anybody. Like, I don't know if it's going that deep with things. You don't see it now. You're not going to see it now. Possibly in time. I don't see that here. We didn't really ask about that. But keep walking. Keep that foot down because you've already walked away from it. And don't open the door. Thank you, Taurus. Hi, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, these are some possible blocks that your guide has been wanting you to see, what you're doing really well, and then a wrap-off message to finish off. 5 of Cups, we disappointed. The Devil, you disappointed over having money? What's going on? 6, so we got 6 of Pentacles. I got the Devil card here. I thought there were 2. We got the Devil card, and we have 5 of Cups. So something has gone wrong, and you are disappointed, and not things are going to your liking. I was like, what are you doing well? The 9 of Wands and the Emperor. Ooh, the Emperor. You do tough love well and you don't feel bad about it. When I say tough love, it's not about being me. Like, I'm a Libra, so we're going to like sprinkle on, be like, hey, I'm sorry about not saying a lot and just say too many words to just get straight to the fucking point. You do it well, Gemini. You do it really well. And Knight of Wands, you don't sit around. I'll get to what you got to work on, but you don't sit around. You don't question. Like when there's, like I did another reading earlier, if there's poison in the air, that person was still sitting in it. You'd be like, poof, something stinks and leave and not question it. And no, you're not hurting anybody's feeling. It's nothing personal. Something just smells bad. So you deplete. Funny, not funny, because you're not going to find it funny because now like the devils come out of you. You are choosing, you may even be drinking a little more wine than you'd like to drink kind of thing, which is funny because you're whining. You're like, oh my God, things aren't going well. There be people wishing to be where you're at, wishing to have all the money problems that you're having kind of thing. And I know you're not like rolling in millions, like rubbing it all over yourself, having allergies and wondering, why do I have $100 bill out or allergies all over my skin? But it's things of like, oh, why do I have to pay that tax bill? Or why did the remodeling thing have to happen? Yeah, sit down. I ain't hating on you. I'm just reminding you, like, it ain't bad at all. It's not even close to bad. Disappointment cup. This card, 5 of Cards, is a disappointment card, which talks about that it may look like things are bad because 3 of your cups have fallen, but you got 2 cups standing right behind you. You're just not looking at them. And we got 2 hands. That's all you need. Don't get me wrong. I'm a luxurious chica. I get it. I'm not saying to not want nice things. That's never going to not happen. Your spirit guides are just saying you're getting a little too hung up and devil-like over the fact that you've got plenty when others don't. I ain't even saying to go give it to them. That's not gonna make you feel better. It's just, shut the fuck up. Like, you ain't got no fucking problems, right? What do you do really well? You know how to walk away for things that aren't serving you. So lessen the tone and stop complaining about the fact that you got money for something. It's just inexperience. This is something you're going through, whether it's the remodel or you're mad about having to spend. Thank God you have enough to spend. Thank God you get to complain about a remodel. Thank God you get to complain about not getting that promotion. That's what I just heard for someone with this. With Persephone, so your spirit guide's coming. I'm getting the sense that for some of you, you didn't get the job, but I deserved it. Shouldn't be happening, right? Like all this stuff. This is what's supposed to work. It wasn't supposed to cost this much. Why does it cost this much now? to teach you a lesson because you don't have all the answers, and this is going to propel you in many ways forward. Slower for you that want to sit in it. For those that just go, you know what, I am kind of being a gremlin right now. I have more than enough, plenty to give. I'm not saying go start a charity. I need to chill. This is great. This will work out for me. Ring, ring, ring. Tomorrow comes and the things are going a lot smoother. It doesn't have to take so long. So chill out. Enjoy. Many people would love to have your problems. Truth. All right. Enjoy, Gemini. Cancer. So Cancer, these are some potential blocks, things you're doing well, and a wrap-up message. Two of Swords. So these are some blocks. Two of Swords. We're not seeing things clearly as we're deciding things in Three of Swords. So our heart's broken right now. We have a sad heart. Making choices blinded. That's not good. They're like, hold on, you're not saying things. What are we doing really well? We got Three of Coins. We got Death. So we're going through an ending. And Ace of Wands being positive. Just going with kind of what I'm feeling here. I'm getting the sense that Cancer, you are in a toxic relationship. You are like recognizing that it's toxic. You are a positive, doesn't matter if you're boy or girl, woman, female, male. Excuse me. You are the positive one, and this person is just coming to you, sucking you. Sucking you dry is what I was going to say. Not all fun. Ace of Wands. You've got all the cards, and it's probably a mindfuck right now because you're like, I didn't think this would happen to me. This doesn't happen to me. Maybe this isn't what it is. Maybe if I can just be so positive, he or she will be way more uplifting. No, they're breaking your heart. And it sucks too because like they're sad about breaking your heart too. Maybe this is the twin flame thing. I know it's the general stuff. But what you're doing really well is recognizing that this isn't serving you. This isn't what nobody wants. This isn't good for you moving forward. You're doing this thing, and this is good. This is what you're in the space of. You're realizing that this is a toxic relationship and pretty much taking a course, not literally. You might. I'm not getting a sense that you are, but you're doing research, you're getting on YouTube, you're learning about toxic traits. Why does this happen? Am I an empath? Are they this dark empath? Your spirit guides gave you the cards of Two of Swords and Three of Swords saying, we feel your heart. It's broken with words. This person does not speak kindly to you. And you're over here, and I mean, this is the most loving way I can muster it. You're over here deciding things like the freaking Avatar, like making what does this mean? Because I know we have to be together. I ain't even saying you're not. It's just you're trying to fit something in, and you're so much, as I say this, I'm not trying to this isn't me making you feel bad about it. You're just so much smarter than this stuff. And this comes with Ace of Wands too. It's like, I have all the cards. I have all the answers. You teach people how to get out of these things all the time, possibly. Aphrodite was in reverse. So romantic love in reverse. The goddesses are saying, this isn't the romantic love you deserve. This is icky. This is yucky. Wise leadership in reverse as well. Epona comes in as a goddess. She's wise. She's leadership. I mean, look at her batty hair, right? She's just so, I speak this way, so it's gonna be me. She's just so, she doesn't ask for permission. She doesn't wait for these things. I know you deserve more than this. You're in it. I'm not even going to tell you to leave it. You're not in that stage yet. You're at the stage where you're like holding a knob at this store where like you don't want to go. And you're like, maybe if I just see a little bit of change, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to finish that story for you. Your spirit guides are wanting you here so you can learn from this. The story's not over for you. I'm not saying that this relationship has to continue. Honestly, just going to say the bit. You'll get there when you get there too. It's not serving you. It's not for you. Let go of the other doorknob. I know it's easier said than done because I'm not clinging on. But that's your message. Thank you, Cancer. Hi, Leo. Okay. Leo, your blocks, potential blocks, so what you're doing really well, and a wrap-up message. So some blocks. So we've got Hierophant, right? You're going through a spiritual big thing. Eight of Pentacles. You are deep in wisdom. What you're doing really well. Six of Coins. Okay, cool. Some nice. And Assurance. You're not like, as I say, frustrated. You're not like this other card earlier where I go with it. You are, I want to be you right now. You are, I mean, I kind of am. You are going deep into ancient wisdom, learning things. You're big with the 3AI thing. I don't even know if I said that right. You're in it. You're being absorbed by it. Not like obsessed. As I say this, you're not doing anything like crazy. It's just taking in all of your attention where there may, and like it's a little bit there. It's not like hugely there. You're not going, why, God, why? You're not like in this dramatic space of it. There is this little bit of like, but why is this happening? Why would this happen like this? And what about this? And what about this? And what about this? But this really go on like this? And your guides are letting you in. Assurance. All that stuff's going to come in when it needs to come in, which I know isn't fun to say because I'm just like, come on, fucking aliens. Come on, take me. You know, I get it. I get that you kind of are in that space. Not maybe in the same space of me, like, take me. It's just you're wanting to know the whys and how does this work, and if this is like this, then why is it like this, right? All in due time. Like, so assurance is here being like, the more you keep needing it to be now and saying that if it wasn't like this, then this is going to happen. Welcome to that reality. They're giving assurance to like, rest assured, it will come when it needs to come. Those things are going to come into display and out and open when they need to do. Something you're doing really well, Leo. You are making it, I mean, I talk like this. You're making it rain. You're doing really well financially. You're doing really well. Could be a surplus. Could just be that you're managing it well. I'll just say this. Sometimes when people talk about their finances not going so good and then you're doing so well, it's just kind of like, well, you know, I know how to do it. That's you. Go you, Leo. So yeah, and rest assured, all those things are going to come into play when they need to. And that's a shitty thing to say. Like, I get hearing that. Hearing that to me doesn't make me feel better. So what do? I go focus on other things that feel good, take a little pause on the rabbit hole bits of information that surge down it, you know, go do something a little else, and then jump back in it when you want to. All right, thanks, Leo. Enjoy. Okay, coolio. Okay, Virgo. Oh, Virgo. So these are some blocks you're maybe not wanting to look at that your spirit team has been wanting to share with you. I feel I'd give you a hug. I would. I know you want to scream. You may already go, fuck this shit. That's fine. I don't care. Some things your spirit guides have been wanting you to see, and then we'll finish us with some things you can sprinkle it in from assistance from the goddesses. You are not going through a good time. We'll just say it like that. And it's happening on all levels because we got the world card here. You're doing it well in a way because you're like banging out all these big changes. So go you for taking on a quantum leap. It's just, I'll just say it. You're being really stubborn about the way that it needs to go. So your spirit team's wanting you to look again. This card talks about that you may be a little bit more closed off and being a little bratty, and maybe it's not entitled as if you have everything and you're like, I have everything and I'm gonna look at it. But you're kind of being entitled as in you're being a brat by not wanting to see what else is in store. And you're like, nope, I already know what I want to see. I already know what I want to see. I already know what I want. I already know what I want. And it's like, bitch, you don't even know about this color. Do you know about the color? Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, no, and I don't want to know. It's that energy. It's like that kind of like stubborn, yucky, where your mask is coming off and they're like, hey, go look again so you can see things for what they are, because now you're getting mad about the transitions, and that's what's slowing you down. You were like knocking them out of the park like a month ago, and then things have dipped because of your energy and the way you're reacting to things, and then you're like, what the fuck? I was working all last month. It's not working now. Because you need to play like this again. You're really good at this, and that's what they're saying. You do good once you start thinking about the world and being inspired and getting excited by those things. You take on that fool energy, that relaxed energy, that I can do anything energy, which surges you back up, and then the doors are opening again, you know what I mean? In that analogy space. What cuts you off is your lack of humor. You have a great sense of humor once it's there. Like, that whole delusional thing works well for you, Virgo. That's where you do well. Not forever, but you need to get back into that to continue going with what you were doing, because now it's been a big pause, and you're not blocked, you're paused. It's like you're stuck in an elevator right now with this chariot. You were making these big moves, possibly like physical travels, and it's come to a stop. And they're like, and we're not going to tell you why. And you're like, what the fuck? It wasn't supposed to be like this, which is exactly why the goddesses are coming in here. So these two images came in reverse, but I just want to show them to you. We have Bridget, creative spark. Let's see, humor. They were in reverse, which means you need to laugh at yourself. You're not having a good time. And you're like, Gaby, none of this stuff would be so funny if you were going through what I was doing. And then find a way to make it fucking funny. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, focus on other things to the point that you would think these things are funny, because even something like death can be fucking hysterical once you get there. I'm not saying be fake and try to make yourself laugh. That's not going to work, right? It's like something's all soiled, and like if something is poisoned, I'm feeding it with something, it's just not going to mesh well. I'm saying empty out the fucking poison, or go get another cup to focus on more positivity. Ishtar's here in communion, meaning you are quite the spiritual one. You normally have like some sort of practice where you can like hear yourself. You have a very good knowing of thyself, whether it be a spirit guide or just you or your animal friend, but you're not listening to them. And it's not even that you're not listening. You cannot hear them because those negative, they're not negative. They're just like, they're just not you. You're behaving in ways that are not you, which are cutting you off from you. And it's put a pause on these things, because all those things that you want to be in motion can be in motion. They have every right to be in motion the moment you have a good laugh about it. There's no should. And I know you know that. You're not a shoulda person, so don't shit it around. Huh? You like that? All right, Virgo, enjoy. I'd give you a hug. Take a break. And you're like, fuck, I don't want a break. Then go put on a comedy show and laugh. Good fuck. That's so nice too. Okay, enjoy, Virgo. Hello, fellow Libra. Always fun. So these are some blocks, something you're not seeing, things you're doing well, and your wrap-up message. So good. So something you're not seeing, just some little blocks. It won't be too long too. Page of Swords talks about you've done a really phenomenal job when it comes to overthinking, and you meditated and then you stopped and you need to get back to that. So this is saying that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be meditation, but it would do you well. So something you're not seeing, that they're like, before you go down all these other things and keep going with things, there was a break for you. And so, and I don't want to say like in order to prevent burnout or blah, blah, blah. It's just something that'll help you as you keep going was a routine you added and then you stopped, which is going to be something like meditation, doing something that gives your mind a break, something that like walking barefoot outside, maybe even cold showers, something where it takes a little bit of a break from the mind. So that's one thing they're like, well, hold on, before you just keep going with things again, we want you to like look at this, but nothing too shabby, just getting the mind right so you can keep on with things. Because what you're doing really well, and that's exciting, you're doing really well. If you're in a relationship, you're doing really well in your relationship. It's actually like, it's coming together. For those not in a relationship, it's like you found yourself. You're like happy at home, like you're happy alone, like you're happy not needing somebody. For those of you, it just seems like there's a new start or a reunion of some sort, and now you're like further along the lines because you've learned not only to love yourself and have a good relationship with money. These are things you're doing well. You've learned to finally have a good relationship with money because it's within you, right? You've also managed tough love. Like, the Emperor talks about that I'm not going to get like off of my chair for nobody. And I'm getting a sense that this has to do with your relationship. I don't know if this is you giving somebody like another chance again after they've fucked up. It's not like we're perfect either, but you know, I'm getting that sense where you're like, yep, I see you, bitch, and I'm not going to get off my chair because I see you. There's more in this. Oh yeah, because I saw that card. And this is your goddess's wrap-up message. You've done such a phenomenal job in working on your energy, your mental state. Like you really have been focusing on you, even if you've taken little pickle breaks along the way. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but it's just, oh, he's holding a pickle. Even if you needed to take pickle breaks along the way. I don't even like pickles. You know what I mean? Like little fun shenanigans, little breaks that you maybe you don't need to be doing, but it's not so bad because you're doing them, so it's better and more empowered. Mary of Miracles comes in to be like, hey, you're doing so well. You believe in miracles. There was so much surge coming up within you, and I'm not surprised by this card because that's what happens when we're in that state. It's not about things going well. It's just kind of this like shock of like, here I was pushing the furniture upstairs and there was an elevator all along kind of vibe. It's not that you're not doing, you're just like, the furniture pops up in your office and you're like, who the fuck did that, a donkey? No, right? It's like, that was there all along. Abundance, Lakshmi of Fortune. So your wrap-up message is all of the work you've been doing has paid off. This isn't about you sitting down. That's very quick. I just want to, because you're doing things, but you're no longer like hustling to do them. And it's going well. It's a nice compliment of self. You're balancing, Libra. How exciting is that? And expect a good fortune to come in. It's very important that you don't take a break. Don't hustle. Hustling is not for you. Not right now. When you're in some work stuff, you can hustle. I just see that. Because you work well under pressure. It's just you don't have to overwhelm 50 things on your to-do list so you're burned out. That kind of pressure. That's what I'm saying. Enjoy, Libra. So exciting. Money dance. Yay. Okay. Hello, Scorpio. Scorpio, these are some blocks, some things you're doing well, and some things your goddesses want to sprinkle on. Nice. So some blocks or something that they just kind of want you to like look at and reframe. It's not too blocky, so this is good for you, Scorpio. You have started a project that is linked to finances. So I don't know if this is a business or you've just started a job. And this is just a little tidbit. It's not too hiding on. This card came out first. I asked for more clarification, and then I got 10 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is saying you've just started. And I don't know, so I'm just going to use this reference. Like if you just started a job tomorrow and you're like, yay, I'm going to get paid now. And like a bill comes in, chill out. It takes 2 weeks for the payday, right? Like that's how that works with that. I work for myself. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with working for people. I want to be quick on that too, because I almost smelled like I do work for myself. I've worked for people and I do work for people. There's nothing wrong with that. They're letting you know, Scorpio, that you were just at the beginning of things. And yes, money's coming in. Yes, let's be grateful. Don't be mad or sped or react about the fact that it's not at the end yet. You're just at the beginning, right? That doesn't mean you're not allowed to. And I don't know, like for example, if you're the person who just like started the business, it doesn't mean not to raise your prices, but don't raise your prices because you're trying to make more money. Does that make sense? Now, if you're like, wow, we're selling that cookie for $1. We're losing money. This isn't good. I have a line out the door and I'll never be able to close my doors. That's just silly. Make a fucking adjustment, right? Not saying that. But you're just at the beginning of something. You don't want to put all those lessons in. Like those, you don't want to put those energies into all this abundance. That's not the energy of abundance. And I say that because what you're doing so well is you've done a really good job. I guess it's been really hard for you to just let things, how do I put this? It's funny because you know how to walk away, but then you reminisce and you cling and you hold on to it. You've gotten a lot better, Chariots here, at letting things go. And at the same time, you've gotten better to like really be sure before you walk away, and then you like don't go back, which is really good. You do a really good job at that. And I say that because they're talking about that you've been doing, and I don't know whether you're in a relationship or like about to get in a relationship, this is healthy. There's triggering because healing is here, right? So she talks about that this romantic relationship is going to be healing for both of you. I'm not getting a sense that things are like crazy toxic, like in the other card I was getting, where I'm like, whoa, walk away, right? Emotional cups. This is saying this is healing for you, even though it's not necessarily ideal quite yet. There is love at play. And so I don't want to say keep hanging on. Just understand that that's why it feels like this now. I don't think it's something to walk away from. Up to you, your life, but good cards. So you're at the beginning of something new financially. Don't feel like it has to come in raining now. You've done a much, much better job to make sure you have all your cards in a way before you do walk away. And then you're great at the walk away part. And then your relationship is in a really good space right now where you guys are doing a lot of healing on both parts. Enjoy, Scorpio. Okay, now for Sagittarius. Blocks, things you're doing well, and your overall message. It's funny, this one was sneaking under this. You're doing very well financially. I'll start there, I guess. 7 of Coins. You've put in some investments that are going to be harvesting. You made a really great move there, putting things in. I know they haven't come out yet for you to play with, but you're like excited about it. You're like, dang, I'm setting myself up for success. You are also really good at, like, if something mucks up your peace, then you're not going to do it. And you've done a good job to clear away. Like, I know I'm saying, like, you've cut out cookies or sugar. You're like, stay away, cookies and sugar. I ain't there. I'm not trying to be there though. But if you are, enjoy, right? No problems, right? You're doing that very well. Some little things that they want you to look at, because it's a little funny, and I get this sense, so I'm just going to say it. Sagittarius, you tend to get into isolation mode a little too much more than you'd like, where like it keeps you there, like 8 of Swords, right? And you're like, oh, I guess I'm here. Like, I can't go outside. Like, it's just where it's not your best spaced. It robs you of your magic, right? It's not bad to go home. I'm not saying that you need to be outside all the time and like never recharge. No, it's just you don't want to stay in there too long, because once you're in there, then it's like you're trapped in there, right? So you have to notice that. And that's what they're coming in. They're just like, hey, it's fine that you're in creative mode. It's fine because you're working really good. You're working. I see you working, and then you're like tired, so you get home. It's just you don't want to stay in there too much, because it's going to rob you from all your other elements. Staying home, look at it more for like a spiritual side, and then get outside in the sun. If it's been really sunny, go outside in the sun, even if it's just for like an hour. Yeah, I said an hour, not 20 minutes, not 5 minutes, an hour or more. We can do that. We're just way too cuddly on ourselves. Your overall message, not overall, but like from spirit that they're sharing with you, is to have some wisdom here. So your guide, so you're already doing this stuff. I was reminding Libra to meditate. You are meditating deep in sleep, receiving a lot of, so Metis is here with wisdom. She's receiving, you're receiving a lot of knowledge from her. She's reminding you to like, just not go back to those lower level behaviors, in flow state. Totally in flow is my favorite cards. Look at her makeup. I just love to, right? Rhea is in flow. She's not even whispering so much. She's more silent, because you're already doing the things to keep you in flow, which makes sense of this. To keep that flow, you don't need to keep it going. It just needs to be, right? Then don't get off the river, right? Don't get too much in this mode. All right, Sagittarius, enjoy. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn blocks, but you're doing well, and an overall message. Lots of cards fell off for you. So first I had 9 of Pentacles that came out. And this is like a block or something that like your spirit team wants you to just review over. 9 of Pentacles talks about like independence. I chime in a lot to female, can be male energy. So the female energy of like, I don't need nobody, independent woman, like that vibe, Destiny's Child. And so I asked for clarification. I'm like, where are they blocking it off? In the World, the Tower card, and the High Priestess. There's one more. 7 of Cups. So something that you're not seeing where like this would block you. Well, this is you. You have all the right pieces to make this a reality. You're like, why do I still feel this way? Because you're doing too many things and you're overwhelmed and you don't know where to start. You're like, but where do I start? Which one do I start? If I don't do this and this, stop. that's like you're starting things with such a shitty foundation that it's going to affect you later on down the line. So the fact that you're being paused right now and you don't feel inspired, you're having like cramps. I don't feel inspired. I'm supposed to be working on myself. Why am I so not inspired right now? Because thank God your spirit guides are saying, hey, this isn't how you come out like that. You're going to make other people not want to be a Destiny's Child independent woman. You need to get your foundations right, and that starts with doing one thing at a time. Here's the kind of ironic part. Once you start doing one thing at a time, like really cleanly, like lay the foundation down, it's not going to take that long. And then naturally the laying of the foundation down will help you lay down the foundations of all those other things, which will be great. And then you can slowly start working on them at once. You're not going to be working on all 17 at the same time. I'm saying 5 things you're working on. Yeah, this is going to stress all of that. One thing you're doing well is you know how to walk away from things that are not emotionally serving you. So yay to you, Capricorn. You don't need to give lessons to the rest of the zodiac. You just need to be like, it's not personal. If I want to be here, then I want to be here. And if I don't want to be here, then I don't want to be here. It's not that big of a deal. You know how to conserve that energy. Ironically, just the little business piece just needs a little work. Hey, it happens. That's how we learn. Because watch this. Your overall message with your goddesses, they're saying you have, and this card was in reverse, so I just want to show it to you with Artemis. You are already, you're like, I got it. I've got my arrow. I got this. And that brings me back to this piece. It's like I have all of the things needed to do and let the money dance start, right? They're saying not right now. And funny enough, so I don't know if this is you working with other people. Hera comes in to say with Alliance, you have really great collaborators. You have really good business. Not saying you don't have good friends. It's just I get the sense that for this message in particular, you're attempting to make money with something. You're attempting to be an independent person. You're like, yay, I have my own schedule. Yay, I can take over the world. Why is it not working? I keep trying to do this. Why is it not working? Like that energy. And they're like, hey, you need to maybe delegate more. You need to, again, just I'm really seeing that you just need to hone in on that foundation, and then things can keep tuckling it off. You have great people to work with. Possibly delegating would be good. Hone in with each other, collaborate, lay those foundations down, and then keep it going. All right, enjoy, Capricorn. Hello. Okay, Aquarius. So this is something, so what you're doing well, some blocks, overall stuff. Yours is interesting. 9 of Swords, you anxiousness. They want you to go over, let me just say this now. 7 of Swords. Ooh, it's you. Ooh, I mean that in the most loving way. So your spirit team, your guides are saying they want you to look back over the way you handle your anxiety, because the way you're going about things leaves you feeling like you got general anxiety disorder. I ain't a doctor. I ain't here to discuss all the disorders to say they're here, they're not here, and really not against them. I'm just saying that you may be in a position to have way more like a relief, way less pain. You suffer quite a bit. And it's funny because if people were to look at your life, I mean this in the most loving way, because I'm sure that's why it feels not good. There's really nothing going on that's that crazy that would make one this nervous or that anxious. I almost get the sense like you don't have that much of a crazy job, like that kind of thing. Like it's not that you don't have skill, like because I was about to say like it's something that anybody can do in a way, like once they learn how to do it, they can do it. I'm not putting shade on what you do. There's just so much anxiety. Like the moment you wake up, you have anxiety. The moment you go to sleep, you have anxiety. And I say that with all this stuff because you wear a mask when you go about your day. You manipulate the conditions around you. And I don't see you as, you're not a malicious person. I just see, like, for example, like I have lights on right now. You would adjust them to make sure you don't have a headache later. And I know that sounds reasonable and logical. It's just, bro, fucking leave the lights alone. And I'm not saying don't do that if it is causing that. It's just you're so wrapped up in it that you walk into an environment and you try to control it. You walk into a place and you're already trying to control the people you love, that they need to be a certain way for you to be a certain way because you're going to get anxious. Bitch, you already anxious. You've been anxious. There needs to be a different way you handle your anxiety. Because weirdly enough, it's so funny because what you're doing well, your energy is so, like, you have a high energy. 8 of Wands talks about, like, woo, you can get up and go. Probably because you have all the anxiety. And there's nowhere to put it in. Doesn't that suck? It's like this feeling of restlessness has nothing to do with it and all this excitement. What are you afraid of? Are you wanting to get a job maybe? Are you wanting to do a hard job now? Or do you not believe in yourself? Ooh, as I touch on all that, I can hear your anxiety creep up. Something's there that you need to explore some more. Therapy would be great for you. You notice how my voice tripped up? So you don't like therapy. I'm done therapy. It doesn't work like that. Not some therapist who kisses your ass. It has to be somebody who really actually helps you and challenges you, possibly. Maybe a coach of some different sort. I heard that. It was like, so Maya's here of illusions. And it's not going to feel good to hear this. It's just not everything going on. The things going on are not giving you anxiety. You're the one giving yourself the anxiety. That's the kind of illusion here. If you were to, you can't really lessen it. There just needs to be a better way to go about handling it, and maybe channeling that into something like excitement or doing something with it would actually alleviate the anxiety and not just keep it there. Yeah, enjoy, Aquarius. Much love. Hi, Pisces. Okay, here are your possible blocks, things you're doing well. Quite a few cards with like what your spirit team wanted to see with possible blocks, things you're doing well. Things you're doing well, possible, get with it. So here's that your spirit wants you to re-examine again. So we got 4 of Pentacles, right, as the blocks, scarcity, Hierophant, the Empress, pushing for babies, 9 of Cups, things are supposed to be a different way than this, and now we're just being too cold, and what you do really well, King of Wands, knowledge. You don't have all the knowledge, and as I say that, this isn't a cue to go to the library and go do some research or pull up ChatGPT for more knowledge. It'll block you off from it. You are in a space right now really learning about scarcity and what it means to have money in a different way where it's not constantly coming in. I'm getting that big for you. I don't know if you're trying to be a mom or you have it in your stars that you'd like to be a mom, but how am I going to be a mom and make money? Like something seems there, but you're cutting it off and you're being so like, as I say this, it sounds funny. It's just, you're being so logical about it. And like, who doesn't like a good plan? This isn't the movie of your life that you're directing screenplay and everybody's just waiting on standby. It's fucking moving around and it's vibrating as we speak. You came here as a spiritual person for a spiritual lesson, and here you are kind of forcing things. So this is kind of the overall, the thing they kind of want you to paint back and look at is that this is your source right now. It's funny, all these colors here. Especially, this is the source needed for any manifestation, whether it's baby, hubby, money, jobby, I keep going into that, right? All that, right? And that's your source of energy that you're cutting off. I'm seeing like a too much of a demanding for things to be of a certain way, which is why they're happening this way. So you can see that spiritual things and all the miraculous things will be and are going to happen. Not when, they are going to happen. Because I was about to say, when you start being so demanding on, nope, that's not when they're going to happen. They're already happening. You just need to stop being so demanding of them. It's not that they're going to happen. They're already happening. They're real. They're existing. You're just blocking it out of its way. What you're doing really well, you are if there's a kid in the room or an animal in the room, you change, like in the best way. Like you're like, oh, you can check your ego. You're so warm to them. You're so this card talks about like a family dad. You know, like that dad that's always with the kids and just like that big smile all around, can play with them, horsey, time goes round. That's your energy and vibe when it comes to that audience. And you're doing that really well. Keep being that way. They love that. It's not always available to them. Athena comes in with knowledge, and she was in reverse. And she's just saying, hi, like I come in like the owl by your side right now. And it's kind of like annoying. Lessen those energies. Work with that stuff. So, that owl came in twice, right? It's because that's what they're saying. We're not letting you go there until you grasp this. You don't get to be, that sounds really harsh. I was going to say, you don't get to be a mom until you learn how to manage finances. And it's like, how are the two related? I don't know. That seems to be a little bit there. I do know. Feel free to ask. Athena with knowledge is just saying you don't have all the cards yet. And you can't, like I said, you can't go to the library. You can't pay somebody to give you the answers. It's you. It's you. It's kind of like if I was saying, hey, do you see this rock? And you'd be like, stop fucking with me. What rock? And I'd be like, oh shit, she doesn't see it. Okay. It doesn't happen. It's that. So how do you see it? We're in a bit of hypnosis here. Knowledge will come in when you let go. Truly, not fakely, not, okay, I let go and I'm opening my eyes now. Oh, I'm not peeking. Well, I just peeked because I thought I heard something. That's just not going to fly. This is spirit, darling. So Pisces, enjoy. We're into spiritual stuff. We all are. Enjoy, and then babies can come about.